Alright, boys and girls, let me get y'all ready for this two gamer. Uh just Slate is a little tricky. Obviously, you're gonna want pieces of Jackson or Henry. You're gonna want one or the other, to be honest with you, on this slate because, you know, they have game breaking um capabilities, and it's only a two game slate, so if you don't get that right, night's already over. Baker Mayfield's in the prime spot with two of the elite pass catchers, so you can always go that route. Kyler Murray, probably Jackson and Mayfield going to be the most popular, pretty obvious. Herbert, probably going to be the least popular. He's in a good spot. He hasn't been putting up very good numbers this season. Um, a lot of quarterbacks have been a little bit lackluster, and he's one of them. He's barely even got over 200 yards. He got over 200 yards one game this season. That's mind blowing. 2 touchdowns in one game. The rest of the game's only 1 touchdown. Fire up Jackson. Fire up Mayfield. If you're playing a lot of lineups, I can see having exposure to all 4. But I'm not gonna get cute at quarterback. If I'm playing 2 lineups, they're probably both gonna be Jackson, or one's gonna be Jackson and one's gonna be Mayfield. Just my spidey senses and the game total tell me that this game is gonna be a little bit of a shootout. Henry, you're gonna have to get cute if you're gonna shove Henry in your lineup. He's 8K for a reason. He's probably he I don't like to say must play, especially in NFL, but it's a 2-game slate. He's very close to a must play. Connors in play. Dobbins, you could take that shot. We got to see what's going on with the Tampa Bay running backs. If White can't go, Irving's in place. But you know Tucker's going to be popular also because of what he did last week. 14 carries, 136 yards, touchdown. So ownership's going to be spread out between Irvin and Tucker. And if White is in, ownership's still going to be spread out. Do we need Justice Hill? He's in the player pool. I'm probably not going to get to him, to be honest with you. But he'd be in the player pool. It's a 2-game slate. Sometimes you can't duck everybody. Godwin's probably my favorite. He's been my most played receiver all season long. Evans, they finally got Godwin priced higher than Evans, and watch Evans go off. I like both of them. Harrison's in play, Flowers is in play. You're gonna want to pair Flowers with Jackson. You don't have to. You can. McConkey if he's healthy. Wilson. I'm not even going to go into these questionable players anymore. I'm just going to say if they're healthy, because at the end of the day, we're watching a lot of questionable players say that they don't think they're playing on Sunday. Then they suit up, step on the field, and have a spectacular game. So I'm not buying this shit anymore. If they play, they play. If they don't, they don't. We'll adjust our lineups, depending on the news. I'm not going to waste any time talking about if he's in or out, because they already know if they're playing or not. The game that the NFL is playing is crazy, and I'm not even going to get into it. And if you don't understand, if you're not understanding what I'm talking about, go on Twitter and search Demario Douglas from Week 7 and check out those shenanigans. I didn't play him, but I'm just saying, for example. Tight end. Wait, hold on. Let's go back to wide receiver. We got Godwin, Evans, Harrison, Flowers. Keep an eye on McConkey. Wilson's in play. What are we doing with Zay Jones? That's a great question. Palmer's in play. Bateman's in play. Shepard's in the player pool. I'm probably not going to get to him unless he's last man in, but he's in the player pool. All right, let's go to tight end. I'm going to either try to get to McBride, which I don't even know if I'm going to get to him, but I'm going to try to get to McBride or I'm going to get to Otten. The reason I'm skipping over Likely and Andrews is for obvious reasons. Which, you know, Mark Andrews was supposed to be the second coming of Travis Kelce, but with, 1, 4, 3 catches per game, maybe he is the second coming of 2024 Travis Kelce. But I don't want to pay up for a tight end and then the other tight end is getting all the targets. I don't want to do that. So I'd rather play a tight end that I know is going to get most of the targets. You feel me? So I'd rather play McBride. I'd rather play Otten. Push come to shove and I got to play Disley. Oh, well. But I don't want to pay up for somebody that, it's going to be the little stepbrother. If I'm paying for Andrews, I want Andrews to get all the targets. So if I'm paying for Likely, I want Likely to get all the targets. And I'm sure there's going to be some sets where they have both on the field, but I'm not trying to play that game either. Give me McBride, give me Otten. If you're playing a lot of lineups, you want to mix and match Likely and Andrews, fine. I definitely won't play both in one lineup unless you're playing 150 fucking lineups, but I'll be careful with those two. McBride, Likely, Andrews, Otten, Disley. Do we have a little time to run a FanDuel? Yeah, we can run a FanDuel. If you're new here, welcome. Appreciate you taking time to watch my video. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. Hit the bell, thumbs up the video. If you're struggling to cash, you want some help, you want me to send you my finalized optimal lineups right before lock, no problem. Check out the Patreon link in the description. Check out the channel memberships right here on YouTube. Super chats are open. And for those of you thinking about defense, defense. I'm just gonna build my lineup and roster whatever defense I can afford. I'm not seeing any nothing is really jumping out at me like a must-have defense. You play the Bucks, Baltimore's gonna score points. We know that already. Arizona, I guess. I expect the Chargers to do a little something. I expect Tampa Bay to put up some points. Maybe Arizona, the Chargers, are my favorite defenses so far. I guess when I get closer to lock, I'll maybe I'll have a different train of thought, but I'm not. There's no defenses jumping out at me. FanDuel, all we're really looking for is pricing to see if there's anything that jumps out at us. Lamar 9,500 for a reason. Derrick Henry 9K for a reason. 9,100 for a reason. You're gonna have to pay attention to the Tampa Bay running backs. If White is out, you're gonna have to figure it out between Irvin and Tucker. What exactly did Irvin do last time they played? 14 carries, 17 fantasy points. So I feel as of right now, if White is out, they're both pretty safe. All right, let's see what else we got down here. FanDuel. Like I said, Justice Hill is in the player pool, but I don't think he's going to make my lineup, so I'm probably only playing 2 lineups. I'm not going to go too crazy on Monday Night Football when we have NBA starting up. And I'm sure a lot of you have the same train of thought. Evans 82, Godwin, price lower than him, 7,500. Flowers, Harrison, Wilson. We're gonna see what's going on with Johnson, McConkey. If both of these guys are out, then I like Arizona's defense a little bit more. Bateman, a little bit of value. Let me see something. We got Bateman, we got Palmer. I did mention Shepard. I'm probably gonna stop there. Spoke about McBride. We got Likely. We got Andrews. Otten. Disley. Disley looks a lot better with no Hurst. Yeah, so the player pool pretty much stays the same. It's only a 2-game slate, so you can only get so dramatic. And as far as, like I said, with the defense, if Herbert's main guys are out, I like Arizona defense a little bit better. Plus, they're cheaper anyway, so I don't mind Cardinals defense. I think the Bucks defense, I'm probably just gonna try to stay away from. Because Baltimore's a runaway train right now. So Arizona and the Chargers are my favorite defenses. The more that I actually look, the more I think about it, I like Arizona 1, I like Chargers 2, and then Ravens, then the defense, then the Tampa Bay. All right. So listen, I'm gonna go on and get out of here. It was only a 2-game slate. There's only so much you could dissect. Just keep your eye on the Tampa Bay running backs. Keep your eye on the Chargers wide receivers, and then finalize your lineup. I'm gonna go on and get out of here. I do appreciate y'all taking time to watch the video. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, thumbs up the video. I appreciate each and every one of you. And there'll be an NBA video up very shortly. All right, I'll talk to y'all soon. Ciao.